Okay, it's about an hour before quitting time, and looks like I got quite a bit done here. I got all the zone dampers installed. There's where I started. First two right there, not bad for the first ones. Progressively it got better. Let's see, got a couple more over here. I got about a third of it done before lunch. And got to test my sheet metal skills. I'm not very adept at sheet metal, just because I don't have a whole lot of practice with it, but not bad. I have been exposed to these systems only as an electrician, supplying wiring to the control boards. But I never really got to see the installs themselves being performed by the guys doing the sheet metal. But let's see, I lost a couple hours loading at the shop, driving out here, figuring out what I'm doing, getting laid out by Rob. Rob was nice enough to give me some orientation with these. But as you can see, there's a ton of these guys. Pretty good sized house. Borderline 1-2 furnace house. But this is a good way to avoid having two furnaces. It's going to have 3 stacks. One for the first floor, one for the second floor, and one for the basement itself. And there's another guy over there. That's for the toe kick under the kitchen sink. And come back over here. Here's the last corner that I just got done with. Took a quick trip out to the van so I don't have to load everything at the end of the day to try to get it down to what I need. So now it's time to start running the tubing. That's the tubing right there. I'm just gonna use old-fashioned staple gun. Imagine my thumb will be sore from squeezing this bad boy by the end of the day. I haven't used one of these in a while. A couple extra boxes of staples there. And let's see what we got here. These are pretty much the only fittings I need for this. Just a T, little barbed T fitting. And as I run the main run down, it'll go through, and the side facing down there will feed each individual damper on that run. Here's the tubing. Got only 2 rolls. I wish I had 3. As you see, I got one with a blue stripe here. If I had a third one, maybe with a yellow stripe or a red stripe, then I would have a separate color for every zone, and then it won't get confusing. So I got a good full roll of this plain black. I'll have to tag it as I go, and this blue. But only got an hour left in the day. See if I can get a run or two of the main stuff done. I'm going to start from over here next to the water manifolds. That's what they get with this PEX tubing here. You got hots on one side, colds on the other, and you get this little wrench up here, and you put it on these little buggers here if you want to shut off the water and change the faucet or something like that. Pretty cool. It's kind of like an electrical panel. You get all these little tags, so you know exactly what you're doing. It's not like the old days when you just go guess and start shutting this off and that off and blah blah blah. But here's the stat wiring that was previously ran, kind of hanging next to this spot. I grabbed a little piece of plywood. I was going to mount this board on. I'm still not sure if I'm going to use that because it's not tall enough to get me up to the ceiling so I can pin the stat wires and all the hoses coming down. Right now I still got the control panel sitting in the truck. No sense unloading that just so I could load it again. But so yeah, I'm going to start my run from here. And I'm going to go right next to the flue pipes going down there, right towards that window that you can see the bright light coming out of. I'm going to keep them nice and tight. It gets real congested right here. Yeah, lots of stuff. Plumbing, drains, water lines, gas lines, flue lines. And that one right there, that's for the hot water tank, so that doesn't pertain to me, but it still makes it a tight area. And then over here you got the home runs for the panel for all the electrical, so that's not really in my way. Electrical panel there, run off a whole house generator, or provisions are made for it, but don't see a generator installed yet. So yeah, I'm going to run these runs all the way down this way to the right of these two flue pipes. I'm going to take that run all the way this direction first. I'm going to make that longest shot first. Get all the way to the furthest point. And then I'm just going to staple the whole run back as one. And then I'm going to backtrack and then feed each little line off of there and get those little T's put in place. So yeah, it's pretty boring, exciting stuff, isn't it? Okay, it's about 5 minutes before, actually after quitting time. And I was thinking about giving up that last hour before starting the part of running the home runs for the airlines. But you know what? I just dug in, and well, here I'll show you right now. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try. How do you flip this thing around? Still can't figure out how this iPhone works, but here's the main runs I ran. There's one for each floor, and I just ran them to the farthest lengths for now. And when I come back on Monday, I'm gonna attach them. I didn't get the light on here. You can see this one here. You can barely see that one right there, but that's what it'll look like. But I'll branch off all those main lines and just tee off each and every one of these dampers. And then after I get that part all done, I'm going to come back over to here and we'll work on the control panel in that dark little corner right there, and then get all the lines tied in, get the board all mounted, drop all those stats in there, set up a transformer to run it, and then they'll be in comfort. Alright, it's time to hit the road because I bet traffic's going to get pretty busy and it's going to be a major shithole. Alright.